Good morning from Bucharest station again. So today I'm going to go to Sofia. I got my tickets. And this was this much in the local currency, which I don't remember how much it was. It was like 30 euros maybe, more or less, not so much, considering it's a 9-hour train ride. So you need to pick them up physically actually at the station. You can order them online, but you have to pick them up physically. Next to that, I'm gonna also write some cards. Took some cards for my dad. I'm gonna write this, send it to my dad. There's a post office just over there. So, and then later I will go on the train in about 45 minutes. So this river is the border between Romania and Bulgaria. The border crossing for me was kind of chaotic. The border guard entered the train and he semi-aggressively asked everybody's passport and ID, and when somebody asked questions he just shouted at them. So he walked around with this big stack of passports and he went inside the building, checked everything, came back to the platform and then started to read out everybody's name like it was a McDonald's order for you to come and collect your passport again. Very bizarre way of doing things, but in the end I just got my passport back and jumped on the next train. Hey, I'm here in the train to Sofia. I hope you can hear me over the noise. I'm almost there. It's a journey of 9 hours. And yeah, I had the compartment semi for myself. But it is a long journey, especially because there's no air conditioning in the train. And there's only those open windows. Like that. And yeah, it is really hot. It was like the whole time like 36 degrees in a metal box basically. And you're just, at the window, but it's basically hot air that you get in your face. And I almost have no water left. And I'm just saving as much as possible for the last part. So, tip, take enough water. And yeah, be prepared for hot. Be really prepared for humid, hot, sticky. It's gonna be uncomfortable if it's in the summer or something. Yeah, I mean, that's part of travel, Anyway, the view was nice. You see the first view of Romania, of the fields and stuff. They have a lot of grain fields and sunflower fields. The same here in Bulgaria, a lot of grain fields, a lot of sunflowers. And yeah, they have also a lot of hills here, so some rocks and stuff, so rivers and things like that. And it's quite interesting to see the stations. The stations are really, well, to say it in a nice way, a bit crap. they just, well, you're gonna look now. This one looks quite okay, but the other ones, they were basically in the middle of nowhere in the forest kind of situation, and you were like, this is a station, But yeah, that's how it goes here. The buildings almost crumble down and stuff. It's very, very basic. But all in all, journey is okay.
So what made this long and air-conditioned trip bearable was the landscape. I was surprised by the variation of landscapes you can see. You have hills and mountains and rocks and rivers, greenery, little forests, fields, little villages. You can find all sorts of things along the road. So I really hope that they update their trains once to make this a perfect route.
Welcome to Bulgaria. Welcome to Sofia. Today I'm in sunny Sofia, and here we are at the famous cathedral of Sofia. So today we're gonna have a look at what the center looks like, what the center has to offer, and what it is to be in Sofia.
Unfortunately, you're not allowed to film or take pictures inside, but I can tell you that the inside is very neglected and very dirty, unfortunately. So Sofia has actually a lot to offer because it has always been on the crossroads of civilizations. Like those ruins you can see here are from the Roman times. Bulgaria in general is one of the oldest inhabited places of Europe. For example, Plovdiv, a different city, is the oldest inhabited place in Europe. But unfortunately, to the bureaucracy and mostly the corruption in Bulgaria, all these things are not well maintained.
So right now I'm in a museum, archaeological museum of a Roman city which was Sofia. Sofia, Bulgaria. There used to be a Roman city underneath basically. This is what they found. So those are basically the streets, layouts, everything, and all the buildings, etc. And outside there's also many artifacts. So yeah, not many know probably that Sofia was this old basically. Here we have the typical mosaic for the Roman times. And I'm not an expert, but they look like typical mosaics that you could see from the old times, the Roman and Greek times. And just see how much everything is, caved in and everything. So here I am in the, I guess, Soviet Memorial Park or something, for the Second World War. It is in a pretty bad shape. It is completely abandoned, basically. I imagine it was used to be a pretty nice Grandesque thing. Now it has become sort of ransack skating park. So that's pretty ironic. But yeah, here we can see big statue where he holds the typical machine gun PPSH or Papasha in Russian 41. And yeah, you can see here like patches of green and flowers supposed to be there, and those things over here. I think maybe there must have been some kind of light in there or something, or maybe there was, I don't know, fire in here. Oh no, it looks empty. Okay, it's empty. But yeah, this looks pretty run down. There are two more statues over there, which are pretty interesting sights to see, because it shows basically like people celebrating the liberators and stuff, and liberators hugging the people and everything. So here we can see it's basically broken, but this is supposed to be an MP40 German. So this is either a captured gun or this is a resistant fighter. Here on the other side, there they all left the PPSH again. Let's go to the other one. You see kids are playing everywhere, there's skating, and it's interesting how this park changed. So here they have kids, for example, motorcycle, kids playing on them. So yeah, pretty anticlimactic for Soviet Memorial. So we are here in the park, and there's a lot of rundown stuff here. There's this big pool, completely forgotten. Down there there's a stadium. I don't think it may be used or not, but it looks completely run down. Playground, everything is just forgotten here. It's really absurd. So right now I'm in one of the parks here in Sofia. Most of the parks are pretty run down, not so interesting. There is also a forest actually, but this is one of the better looking parts of it. The water is not the best. But you always have the view of the mountains around here. You have some eating area and some playground for the kids. You can rent one of those bike thingies and you can bike around this park, which is nice. They have some flowers here. Mostly dead, but fuck off. Bloody wasps. Here's some flowers. So yeah, it's a pretty basic park. There's some nice chairs. Some flower fields, different flowers. Nothing too extreme, nothing too exciting, but it's good enough, I guess, for Sofia. You don't get attacked by wasps, like me. That pond is just empty, basically. So I found my postcard for my dad. I'm gonna write it now because there's a post office nearby. So this is the card. So I'm gonna write something for him and I'm gonna send it. So let's have a look at the currency of Bulgaria. Let's start with the banknotes. The number 5, it's very artistic. The number 10, for some reason they have a rhino on it and a whale, even though they don't have rhinos or whales even. But okay. Then I got every coin there is, I think. I got the 2 lev. So that's the currency over there, lev. Looks like a euro. And the 1 lev, again, looks like a euro. Then the 50 stotiniki, which is 50 cents. The 20. The 10. The 5, the 2, and even the 1. So as of today, the currency exchange is half of a euro basically, so it's still very good for us. So that's the currency of Bulgaria. So that was the end of this episode. For the next episode, we're gonna have a look at the worst accommodation I had in this entire trip. But for now, I'm gonna thank you for watching and see you next time.